Yeah, obviously that one hurts a lot. You know, so many emotions. You know, obviously you can't come out and get down 21-0. You can't let the ball get over your head on the road and expect to be successful. I was very disappointed with how we started the game on defense. You know, and then to show the heart and the character to come back the way we did on the road in that environment with all that emotion and get ourselves back and a chance to win it. Had a 4th and 2 to win the game, couldn't get it done. Had a drive to win the game, couldn't get it done. Had opportunities on both sides of the ball in overtime to go out there and make the play to win the game and couldn't get it done. And so ultimately that's on me, and we have to be much better in those situations to get where we want to go. And so it's unfortunate, but on to the next. And so obviously we got a big one next week, and we got to figure out how to get back and get ready to go. So from there we'll open up to questions.
What happened in the first 3 possessions when they jumped out to that lead?
Yeah, the ball went over our head. I mean, it just went over our head. Like, you can't let the ball go over your head. I mean, it was 3 explosive pass plays. Yeah, I just can't let them happen. I mean, you can't let the ball go over your head. You know, one of them, I mean, if you want the specifics of it, you know, one of them, we jumped off sides and they threw it up, and the kid made a play. We just got lost in coverage. The other one, they motioned, and we were very loose on the motion and let the kid run right down the field and get behind us. And then the third one, they threw a 14-yard curl, and we missed a tackle, and he went for 60. So,
how much was their tempo and offense kind of catching all off guard in the first, especially trying to get that third down package in?
I don't think so. I think they hit one early where we didn't get it done right, but the tempo, they hit us on a couple tempo runs in the second half. Those were more problematic, I thought, than anything on the third down. They hit the one early for sure, but I don't think outside of that the tempos on third down were a problem. They got the tempo runs going in the second half. When we got back to 21-21 and they got the lead back out to 28-21, that was all tempo runs. We did an awful job with that.
What do you think of the teams after going down 21-0, the way they responded and got back into it?
Yeah, I mean, it's tremendous heart and tremendous fight for sure. You know, nobody has a script for what happens, and nobody blinked and nobody backed up, and we just kept fighting and, you know, got it tied up, you know, let them go down the field and score again, figured out a way to go score, and just unfortunately we could not close the game. And so we had multiple chances to close the game, and we just didn't do it.
Mike, early in the game, finishing drives, what contributed to not being able to finish some of those drives?
Yeah, I think we got off schedule down inside the 30-yard line. The first couple of drives, Marcel let the one ball go, and it sailed on him. That was the pick. The other drive, we got behind the chains when we got into that 35-yard area and just couldn't get it going. Obviously, we've been pretty good at that. Unfortunately, we couldn't. You know, and then I thought we had a couple short field opportunities that you know were really disappointing that we didn't do better with. You know, at 21-7 they missed the punt. And we weren't able to go out there and do anything with that. We had the interception, and we didn't get that into the end zone. And so, you know, we had some opportunities on some short fields. But, again, we put our quarterback in a hole down 21-0 on the road. And so that's not a great way to play football.
Did you like the looks on both of the 2-point plays, even though y'all didn't get them?
Yeah, it's hard to say you like anything when it doesn't work. You know, obviously those were the plays that we felt good about. You know, we felt like we ran the play we wanted to run against a look. I thought on the first one we needed to keep going. I think if we keep going, we've got a wide open guy in the back of the end zone. We just didn't get over there in our read progression. You know, the second one, unfortunately, we didn't throw it and catch it.
You said you don't want to put a young quarterback in that situation, but what were your thoughts on Marcel's performance overall?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what his stat line looked like, but I thought he battled. You know, in that environment, almost threw for 300 yards. You know, ran for another 66, and so. You know, I thought he did a really good job keeping it going, you know, not getting outside of himself, not forcing the football, not doing things that sometimes young kids do in those types of situations to try to get it all back at once. And so, you know, from that perspective, I thought he did a nice job.
Alabama also lost, which I think means you guys will still be able to play for a spot in the SEC title game next week if you win. Just what's going to be the key to, you know, moving past this loss, knowing you get a big game and you still can achieve those goals?
Yeah, I mean, this one's certainly going to hurt, and we're obviously extremely disappointed because, you know, we had ourselves in a really good position, and this is back-to-back road games where we haven't been able to get it done, and so that part of it's not going to go away. But obviously, with who we play and what we're still playing for. Obviously, there's still going to be a lot of energy going into that stadium next weekend.
You know, put Terry in a new position. How did you rate how he did adapting to that?
Yeah, it was good. We didn't put him in a new position. We just moved him around. So I don't mean that, but like we just kind of we felt like at wide receiver we had the ability and flexibility to kind of move him around a little bit more, and we didn't think it was right for him to move him to running back. But obviously he's a kid that's really good with the ball in his hands, and so we felt like there were some opportunities at wide receiver to move him around, and we tried to do that a lot tonight. And I think we were able to get him a lot more touches than we've been able to in some other games, and so that was good. Obviously he's a good player.
Pleading a little ignorance here, but where was Will Lee?
He got hurt.
Okay.
Yeah, Will got hurt, so unfortunately, Will went out of the game. We lost Jay Hill and Will Lee within the first 8 plays of the game, and so both of those guys were out. We'll figure out what their status is moving forward. I don't think they're long-term things, but both of those guys were out within the first 8 plays of the game.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.